Check 56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check three.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Ready.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Who that? He's crashing.
Now Breeze. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
17 there and a New Orleans first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Check. Crunch. Grenade. 56. Mike.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Now Kamara, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
21.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Check.
Breeze going to throw. And Josh Hill has it. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
A gain of 16 yards. But it brings up
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. 6-0 our score after 1.
Saints nothing.
And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Breeze going to go on 4th down. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They go play action here on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Ready. 95, 56. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Shit.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown run, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I'm coming after you.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it, and look. Long.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First down, Saints.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Kamara. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. To throw is Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Kamara's got the first down and then some. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. It's a foot race. The 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes going to throw, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
It's interesting that when it comes to run teams, tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a...
Now Paredes lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Williams will try again. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams Williams with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On the ground, Kamara. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
95-56, 95-56.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and whip.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. For a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 53 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Breeze to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And some space here. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith taking it in. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And going deep. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Breeze. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Bang, 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 bang. You kill. You kill.
Now Breeze. Again has it complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Breeze now to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a play fake. Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Check, check. We're good. We're good. Slide forward. Ready.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You remember me. Let's go, baby. Check 20.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this time Mahomes will throw. Robinson's got it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes it...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the net? Now Breeze lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory...
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brent.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
At the 26-yard line.
Ready.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.